Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? It's Danny the Phantom, and today I am back at it again with another video. I know it has been a hot minute since I last made another video, but I have been absolutely slammed between work and school, so it's been a little tough to get content out, but I'm very excited to be making another video because today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is getting into cosplay, which I have received a lot of questions about since I've been cosplaying for so long. A lot of people wonder, how do you start getting into cosplay? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So without further ado, let's get to it. So before I even start, I want to say anyone could cosplay. Absolutely anyone could cosplay. It does not matter your race, your gender, your sexuality, your religion. It doesn't matter if you have to wear a hijab. It doesn't matter if you have to use a wheelchair or a mobility aid. Anyone can cosplay. Now, when I say that, there are a few rules. Do not try to change your race to suit a character of another race. That's not how that works. Someone's race is not a costume. Let's say it again. Someone's race and someone's culture is not a costume. That goes for skin tone. That goes for eye shape. That goes for cultural wear. There's a difference between painting yourself blue for a character versus black facing, because this has been a huge problem lately. And I want to say this before I say anything else in this video. Do not use someone else's race or culture as a costume. It ain't cute. Now that we've spoken about that, let's get into actual cosplay. Cosplay is about showing your love for a character or a series that you really enjoy, and being able to be someone else for a little while. Cosplay is bringing that character to life and escaping for a little while still having fun and being silly with your friends while in costumes and wigs and makeup. Cosplay is meant to be fun. Don't let anyone take that fun away from you. Now, in order to actually get into cosplay, that's where it gets a little bit trickier, because there's so many ways to do it. Cosplay comes in many forms, from a closet cosplay to a full-blown armor build. It doesn't matter where you are in the spectrum, all that matters is that you're doing you and you're having fun and showing a love for a character. So with that in mind, let's take a bit of a dive. Most people, whenever they start out cosplaying, they do one of two things. They either buy a cosplay offline, or they closet cosplay. Right now we're going to start with closet cosplaying, and then we're going to move into buying cosplays. Closet cosplay is basically just exactly what it sounds like. Taking items you already own, or even items that you may have thrifted, in order to make a character's cosplay. This could mean taking an old suit that you've had for several years and using it to cosplay characters such as Sebastian Michaelis, or a dress that reminds you a lot of a character. A lot of the time when you pair that piece with some makeup and a wig maybe, usually that will be recognizable enough for people to know who you are and still make that connection. So it's still a very fun part of cosplay. Take for instance my Yakko Warner cosplay I recently did. I used a wig that I've owned for a very long time and a sleeveless turtleneck with a black sweater underneath in order to create the long sleeve effect that I needed, and some gloves from an old cosplay I had. I didn't even wear pants for that makeup test, yet people still recognized who I was, and it still made a connection. So even something as simple as that can really build up a character and can still be a fun form of cosplay without doing a full-blown bit. Taking a little bit of a sidestep, we're gonna go into actually buying a cosplay. Buying cosplay can either be extremely affordable and actually preferable to making it, or it can be a bit of an investment, and it can be a little bit of a hit or miss depending on what company you buy from. Before anything, if you find a cosplay you like and you see a picture online, do your research. Look into the website, look into any reviews, go Google that cosplay site's name and scam or fraud and see if anything pops up. There's different ways to do research on these companies, but if you generally go into a few different deep dives, you can usually see if you can trust them or not. Some websites I generally trust are MIC Costumes and Doki Doki Cosplay. The main issue with MIC Costumes is that their quality can sometimes be a hit or miss. I've received pieces that are absolutely amazingly done, and I've also received a few pieces that are a little iffy. And it's surprising because some of the pieces that I get that are a little iffy are the major basics. Take for instance my James cosplay. The James cosplay I got came with a jacket, pants, a shirt, and gloves. The shirt was so poorly made that it has one sleeve too short and a wonky cut and it just doesn't work out. And then the gloves are not gloves, they don't work. So what I had to do is I actually had to go in and I had to replace the shirt, the gloves, and eventually the pants, because I realized I'm a little bit too dummy thick for the pants. Pants part, however, is kind of to be expected. I don't really usually fit into Asian size pants simply because I have very thick thighs from marching band and from general weightlifting. So it's kind of a hit or miss with MIC costumes. Doki Doki Cosplay, on the other hand, is a little bit more expensive, but they have some really high quality stuff from what I've seen and what I've received. If you have a chance, go check out those websites and see for yourself. Again, these websites are a little bit more expensive, but you get a better quality product most of the time. However, websites like Amazon, eBay, and recently Easy Cosplay have been pushing other people's images and other websites' images of these cosplays, saying that this is the item that they're selling, and then sending a completely bogus item. You have to be extremely careful with what you buy online, because they could be charging out the wazoo for it and then sending you a garbage product. Or they could be sending you a good product. It really is a hit or miss. You have to be very careful. It's a lot easier than it used to be to look up this kind of information, because whenever I first started cosplaying, it was extremely hard to dig on some of these places because there wasn't any information on it, because cosplay was still a pretty new concept in mainstream media. With these two forms of cosplay, however, you do have to keep in mind that you do need to learn certain skills. It always, always, always helps to learn how to sew. I, more than anything, suggest people learn how to sew, even if it's just the basics. If a cosplay starts falling apart, you can always put it back together yourself. Or if you want to start making a cosplay, or it's a character that may not be as popular and may not have a sold cosplay, or it's super obscure and you need to make the cosplay yourself, it's always really good to learn how to sew, because hot glue is only going to get you so far. Another good skill to have is wig styling. Wig styling is a rather difficult art form, and it is an art form, but it's a good skill to learn if you want to cosplay certain characters. Wig commissions can be very expensive, and with good reason. These wig stylists are putting in hours and hours and hours of work, and they bring out some pretty good products, but you still want to learn how to maintain your own wigs, and you want to learn how to even do a simple style, like a few spikes here and there should the cosplay require it. You can also look into commissions, like I said before. There are plenty of wig commissioners and cosplay commissioners. It is again still good to do your research and see if these commissioners are worth their prices. Hey guys, Editing Danny here. I never fully finished this statement, but essentially, whenever you do get a commission from someone, you have to be careful, you have to do your research, make sure that you can trust this commissioner, that they are going to give you a product that you actually want, or if they're going to give you a product at all. There are some shady people out there, but in general, commissions can take a lot of time and they can take a lot of money. Commissioners charge anywhere from $10 to $25+ an hour, so be very cautious of who you commission from, but also do not be taken aback by how much a commission costs. So yeah. Finally, you can always make your cosplay. Making cosplays can be anywhere from altering thrifted pieces to fully building a cosplay from the ground up. Either can be either extremely expensive or relatively affordable. It really depends on what you're making. You have to take into consideration the cost of each item and whether it will be better quality if you make it yourself or if you alter pieces that you can find elsewhere. Learning to sew, build, and craft are very, very important parts of cosplay. There are tutorials everywhere, from makeup to wigs to the costume itself. Every piece can make or break a costume. I myself am super picky specifically about my shoes. I don't know what it is about my shoes, but anytime I put together a cosplay, I am ultra specific as to what shoe they would wear. I really like shoes. However, when you make a cosplay, it is entirely up to you how you make it or how you buy it. Cosplay is meant to be fun and enjoyable. It's a hobby. It's not meant to cause you stress. If you're cosplaying and you're stressed out, you may need to take a step back, take a deep breath, and just understand that not everything has to be done immediately. And we'll talk about that in the future when I talk about the importance of not con crunching. But for now, I wish you happy cosplaying, good luck, have a wonderful time, and remember, Anyone can cosplay, and you just have to take a leap of faith whenever you start. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button down below, and if you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to know when I post next. If you want to see more of my cosplay, go check out my Instagram and my Twitter at TheFanTomb and TheFanTomb I hope you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! A little gnome. I texted like 8 people saying, should I get it? And before any of them could respond, I did it. I love him, he's so stupid, and my mom's gonna kill me. I have an obsession with mugs, it's a problem. My mom's gonna end my life if she sees this guy. I've hidden him thus far. Okay, bye.